You guys were so cool in the show, especially you, Elena. Your character was awesome.
Thank you.
Really. So here's my first question. Jupiter's Legacy is a versatile series. It contains many topics, family, religion, politics. But what did you guys like most?
Elena, you go first.
Oh my gosh, what isn't there to like, Ali? I mean, I love how this show takes, you know, the glamour and the spectacle of the superhero genre, right? You've got the fun action sequences, you've even got some car chases going on, you've got cool powers, but then on the other side, you've got like deep family issues that we can all relate to. You know, you've got, what's so interesting is like to see a superhero going to therapy sessions. You see superheroes with financial issues, trying to hold down a job in Chloe's case, battling addiction. Like that kind of dichotomy of like perfection and then human realness is appealing to me. And I hope what will set us apart from some other stuff in the genre. I think it's quite unique.
Yeah, and like you talk about religion too, it's like, first of all, we see what happens like we're like three different movies. We're in the 20s and 30s, then we're in present day, and then we're in like this counterculture place in a whole separate world in the present. We're seeing this fully realized world. And then it's like you also see like this guy save a bunch of people, and then he goes home and he's like praying with his family, and it's like, oh, like he has a religion, like he has like and that we're really getting personal with these people. Like Elena said, therapy, religion, we're really learning about these people fully and learning about like what makes them tick, and yeah, and just I think that's just really interesting, and that's a version of the superhero genre we've never seen before.
Yeah, I just echo everything that these guys have said. I think for me the most attractive quality about the series is the human relationships, and it does make it totally unique in terms of it being, as Ian said earlier, more of a drama than an action series, and I think that's very unique to the superhero culture, and I'm excited for people to kind of view it with both a lens of, you know, this is a superhero show, but it's also a dramatic show, and we've got some fantastic scenes, and I think that people are going to really enjoy that kind of duality within the show.
If you had a superpower in real life, what would you want it to be?
I would probably also, my second favorite is to speak every language. That way I can also fully understand all the songs that Elena sings, and I can go anywhere and talk to anybody I want.
But primarily just to understand what Elena sings about.
Yeah.
I think I would choose a different one this time, and I would go with the power of flight. I think the ability to fly would just be so friggin' cool.
我同意，我觉得如果可以拥有一个超级英雄的能力，我想能飞机。I would like to fly.
See, I assume most of that was about me, but I don't know because I don't know all languages yet.
So your power wasn't working yet, Ian?
Not yet. It will click it.
Who was your favorite character on the show?
Oh, there's so many to choose from. Everybody's fantastic. I mean, there are a lot of great. I mean, Elena's fantastic. Andrew's been great. Ben Daniels made me cry watching this series. Like Ben Daniels made me cry very much. I thought his performance was really beautiful. Everybody's really terrific.
My favorite was Elena. I thought she absolutely smashed it out of the park. Like Chloe is such like a fully formed character, and it just reads so well on the screen, and you believe everything that she does. Like it's a sensational performance. So well done.
Thank you, bro. I'm feeling the love. Oh my gosh. I echo that. I feel like I do love this like brother-sister dynamic, and I'm hoping we'll get to explore it even more if we get a season 2. That excites me. As far as characters, like I do love, I'm also a little bit partial to my clutch in the show. We have many clutch moments, and I just like Ian's character too, like how he can like teleport all over the place, and he's so cool, and his episode is such a fun, like in particular there's one episode where he like we see a lot of his escapades, and it's like whoa, like it took me by surprise, and like hanging out with his gang too. I want to join the gang. I want to get up to some shenanigans.
I want
with
that
them.
too. I want you in.
Those are my questions. Thank you for spending time with me and answering my questions. Good luck on the show. I hope I'll see you again. Peace.
Thank you, Ali.
How are you guys?
Good. How are you?
Good.
I'm good. I'm a little bit excited, but you two were awesome in the show.
Thank you.
So here's my first question. Jupiter Legacy is a versatile series. It contains many topics of family, religion, politics. But what did you guys like most?
I loved the scale of it. The fact that it takes place over 100 years it's just so completely exciting that you get to play the ages of those characters throughout that century. You know, we're all sort of, I'm over 130 years old in the present day. You know, and what happens to a human mind when it sort of lives like an extra, you know, 40 or 50 years longer than it should do. It was just great fun. I mean, the whole world that Mark Millar has created in those comics is just endlessly fascinating. So yeah, that was me. That's what I loved about it.
I really loved the family dynamic of it. I mean, I think juxtaposed with the epic nature, I actually loved then seeing the very small relationship problems with the family. I'm a dad of a daughter who's 3, so I see myself in those moments with Sheldon and Chloe. You know, the strain on their relationship, and I loved the dinner scene with the family. Some of that dialogue seems so real. It didn't seem like it was packaged up for a movie. I mean, it seems so real. Like referring to the Chloe Sheldon when he brings her bagels and she kind of rolls her eyes and says, "I'm gluten free because I have a shoot coming up." It's just like something that you would hear. I loved that, and then obviously under the pressure cooker of the world and them being superheroes and not being able to live up to their parents, and I just love the family dynamic of it all. Some of my favorite scenes are some of the family scenes.
When you guys were preparing for the story, did you compare yourself to your character?
Oh gosh, I hope
Ben's like the same guy.
Yeah. I am ready to take over the world, Ali. Let me tell you. Just like that. Just watch yourself, everyone. I mean, that's kind of. I guess you look for the moments in the characters that you play that are the closest to you,
yeah,
and then then you have to fill in all the rest. That isn't, to create a 3-dimensional person. So yeah, there are bits of Walter that are me, and then bits that aren't. And I'll leave everyone to decide which bits those are.
Exactly. I think Ben's exactly right as far as, you know, for my process too. I think that you have to find the characteristics that you understand and empathize with, and that you see yourself in. I think there's always a part of me in all of my characters that I play. I think there's a part of my character that stays with me into my life, you know, moving forward. So, yeah. And then exactly. I don't have anything else to add. He kind of said it.
If you had a superpower in real life, what would you want it to be?
I mean, we've talked about this. Flying would be great. It would be so great to fly. I watched Brightburn the other night. I hadn't seen it at all. And I was like, I never watched Brightburn. So I put it on. And there's that shot at the end where he flies up. This is a huge spoiler for anyone that hasn't seen it. But holding his mother up into the air. And it's so high. And I thought, wow, it would be really cool to be able to fly right up through the clouds. Amazing.
Flying would be awesome, but to change it up, I think it'd be pretty cool to shoot lasers out of your eyes.
And kill people. Just do a bit of home DIY.
It's just so aggressive and like raw. You know, like, I don't know. I mean, if everyone can fly, I'll choose the lasers. There's got to be other applications for that too.
Yeah. I mean, there were lasers in Brightburn. Have you seen Brightburn?
No.
There's a laser sequence in Brightburn, but it's really intense.
I love Cyclops growing up, so you know, I'll go with the laser.
Those are my questions. Thank you for spending time with me and answering my questions. I'm looking forward to see you guys in next season. Bye.
Thank you.
Thanks, Ali.